All right, everybody. Oh, happy day. In this video, I want to chat with you about putting time into your business because there really is no substitute for time and grind, especially when you're first starting out. A lot of agents get shined on thinking that they're just going to make millions of dollars. They don't need to put their back into it. They don't need high-end training, and it'll just magically happen. Well, what'll take place if you don't have depth of training is you're going to honestly break your neck. You're going to get hurt in this industry. This industry is amazing, but it's an industry that takes skill combined with lots of action and lots of hard work. Kind of like what I'm doing right here, okay? I'm making a nice brisket, but let me tell you, it takes a lot of time. You've got to do preparation. You've got to trim the fat. You got to take care of some things, and it's all about the preparation if you want it done right. And even when you do everything right, you know what happens? Crap happens that gets in the way, and sometimes things go wrong, okay? It just does. It doesn't matter what you do in insurance. Everything's going great until it's not going great, right? So you need to be trained intensively, okay, on the art of defense, how to handle objection handling, how to handle the script, how to handle a lot of things, but it's not about going fast, okay? It's like low and slow, right? So here I am sitting on my back porch, and I'm playing with my Weber, okay? This Weber was given to me, I know you don't care, but it was given to me by a neighbor not too far from me here. I was just driving home, okay, after a hard day of work. This is many, many years ago. And I saw this garage sale. I'm like, really, why not? And this Weber grill existed, and this really, okay, nice home. We're talking like multi-million-dollar home. He's like, yeah, that's in the free bin. I'm like, really? One man's junk is another man's treasure, right? Well, I picked this bad boy up. It's one of my most treasured possessions, okay? This dumb grill. It's crazy, but I really like this thing. Part of, okay, the beauty of it is the fact that it came from a man that thought it was trash. It's my treasure. I love this thing. But you've got to put time into anything. So here I am grilling. Sorry, I'm digressing. It's a Sunday night, but let me tell you, this bad boy, okay, I'm going to try to get a handle on it, right? Hence the handle. You guys see the two bolts, okay? The handle came off today. Came off. I'm sitting here like checking this bad boy, lifting it up, putting extra chips, going old school, absolute charcoal, total hardwoods, okay, for my smoke. But the handle came off. In insurance, everything goes right until it doesn't go right, okay? You sold a nice sale and then it goes sideways on you and you're like, frick. It sucks, right? You're gonna have these moments like, oh crud moments in your career. And this is why training is so important. So you've gotta have the skills necessary to sometimes jerry-rig your career. You've gotta be able to get the bolts in like here. Okay, well, you can see it in the camera here, but the bolts that I put in so that I could continue doing my job. A lot of times with insurance, with telesales, you start doing something and then you get sidelined. The handle came off. You're like, crud, are you kidding me? Like, not right now. A chargeback always comes at the worst time. First off, you got to keep your mind right. You've got to get your mind in the right place. Understand this career is truly a marathon. It's not a sprint, even though when you're highly skilled and highly trained, you can sprint the marathon successfully. So don't let anybody shine you on. But I'm telling you, if you have good skill set, good work set, you can make a great career very quickly, but it doesn't come without putting your back into it, training your hustle muscle, and having high-end training. So just like with telesales or in insurance, you got to take your time, low and slow, trust your fundamentals, make sure you're trained right, make sure you're trained well, but you got to put the time in. You cannot just turn the heat up without skill. You're going to get hurt. Okay, you just will. Like this piece of meat right here, I've been up since 6 this morning, okay, babying this little piece of meat, okay, all the way through, and here I am, my goodness, it's like way after 2, and I've got more hours in, okay, to this bad boy right here. So don't think, okay, that the career that you're in is gonna always go quick, okay? Sometimes if you go too quick in what you do, you're gonna be left with a hunk of meat that's just tough and not even palatable. And a lot of folks in the insurance industry, they go too hot, they go too heavy, they don't have high skill set, they don't wanna read directions at all, and they think they know everything, and then they get hurt, okay? No different than this bad boy, okay? This piece of meat is fun, but let me tell you, it's not the most expensive grill on the planet by any stretch, but man, I love my Weber, so I'll give you a peek, okay? Not that you care, but there you go. Look at that bad boy. I don't know if you can see it too well, but look at that. I got a beautiful hunk of meat. It's taking its time. But if I rushed any part of this process, okay, from what I'm doing right now, I would be left with nothing but hardtack, like a piece of gum in my mouth, basically. But this, Lord willing, is gonna be awesome when I'm done with it. Your career really is the same way. Make sure you've got a good trainer. Make sure you've got somebody that says, you know what, I've barbecued a lot. Come here, boy, I got you. Okay, do it this way. Do it the old school way. It doesn't mean that you can't have your fancy Traeger. You can't have your fancy little pellet, whatever. But there's something to be said for, okay, low technology. Okay, low technology can yield high production. There's a lot of old dogs in this space. There's a lot of people that have done this a long time that you can learn a lot from. It doesn't mean that you can't learn a lot from technology. There's nothing against technology that I ever speak, other than y'all getting shined on and getting taken advantage of. But technology can be an amazing asset. Use that skill set, okay, that you possess, and marry it with high-end old school techniques and training, and you will find yourself in an amazing place as a life insurance or a Medicare insurance agent. I've done Medicare, life insurance, I've done telesales, okay, as well, combined over 2 decades, over 20 plus years. And let me tell you, it's amazing, but it's a relationship business. It's about you relating to the client, what you can do for them, and then guess what? Take your time, enjoy the process. You've got to have turnkey systems for sure. You have to have a recipe. You've got to have a proven recipe, and yes, that's my little sniffy dog back there on my back porch, so my apologies. But I'm telling you, you've got to have a proven process, no different than you've got to have a proven recipe. You want to wing it, well, maybe it'll turn out okay. Maybe it's going to turn out chewy and you're going to feed it that little thing, okay, yapping. I'm just telling you, you've got to have a good recipe if you want to get the results. Insurance is phenomenal. I love insurance. I love selling insurance, but more importantly, I love serving others with the product of insurance because it solves their problems. Insurance is phenomenal. What other industry can you wave a pen and bring thousands and hundreds of thousands of dollars like the cavalry when they need it the most? I don't know any other tool in the shed that can do that for our consumers like insurance can. It's a great industry, but make sure you've got true turnkey systems. Make sure you're not left with some really expensive grill that doesn't always turn on, always gives you hassle, doesn't always give you the end result that you want. There's a lot of good people in this industry, okay, that have done this a long time, and you can learn the old methods. There is no substitute in an age-old profession of insurance. There's not a lot that's new. Technology, yes, but technique, let me tell you, not a lot has changed. This is all about getting to know people, understanding what they want of you. What can you do for them? The greater that you are at bringing higher value, the greater that you are as an agent of bringing better service to them, better solutions to their problems, the better you will be and the more successful that you will become. Make sure that you partner right. Make sure you're trained to the depths that you are desiring. Make sure you don't go too fast, okay, when you first start out in this space. You gotta put the effort in. It's an effort industry for sure. It's high action, but you've gotta have the next levels when you're dealing with technique. You have to be trained right. You have to be trained well with depth of knowledge. Find a good mentor. Find a good mentor. Make sure that you focus on that. You have to have someone that knows how to pick up your phone call, knows how to be there for you, okay, when you need them, when you're in the trenches of the workspace. Make sure you focus on that. Mentorship will make you a more financially secure agent and a more successful agent that just doesn't fail out. It's not about these flashy things that don't always work. Let me tell you, there's a lot of products that have recalls. You know what this bad boy does? It always works, okay? Put coal in it, put some hardwood in it, and just sit back and let it happen. It's amazing. This industry is a time-tested, noble profession. The only big difference is that this industry possesses to you is that you're not walking okay, or driving in a Model A, collecting bags of pennies every month. It's called EFT, PPSP, automatic payments. It's amazing. But other than that, the fundamentals have not digressed. The fundamentals are always the fundamentals. Find, okay, the ways that you can solve these great people's problems. And guess what? Your product comes into play, comes into view. You guard these families the way that they need you to guard them, and you as an agent will find a sale, and you'll be more successful as a result. Old school methods will always work. They will always work, and they'll never leave you in a place where you're like, oh crud, the electricity's out. Nuts. Okay, you don't have to worry about it. Low technology, high production. Keep your fundamentals strong, but find a good mentor, someone that can help you. I was blessed by a very good mentor early on in my career. I wouldn't be the man that I am today if I didn't have him in my life. I just wouldn't. And my goodness, I was very blessed, okay, by having his wisdom poured into me early on when I really didn't know the difference between IUL, term, whole life, MAPD, that didn't even exist way back in the day. Okay, MedSup, it might as well have been Greek to me. So I hope this video helps you. Have a great rest of your day. Have a better tomorrow. And if I can ever serve you, reach out. Okay, I partner and I recruit and I train, and I am so blessed to work shoulder to shoulder with some amazing men and women. We sell Medicare and life insurance, annuities, all kinds of fun stuff, face-to-face and over the phone. If you need help, reach out, jasonfinalexpense.com. I appreciate you. Thanks for watching.